Hey, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to do some cooling upgrades and fueling upgrades on Mike's Evo, so come along. Yeah, so if you guys remember when we were on the dyno, we had some cooling problems because his radiator is too small. So we've got an STM. It's a full size, but it's thin. So technically it should increase our overall surface area and our cooling capacity. And the biggest thing we were running into is this fueling system was not quite adequate. We've got a 450 in the tank, but we've got the factory hanger, so we've got a radium hanger. We're gonna drop another 450 in there. We're not gonna wire up the 450 today. We're just gonna get it plumbed in and everything like that, because we gotta set up another relay and stuff like that. So first things first, we're gonna get this pulled off and get the old one out. And hopefully this part goes relatively quick, because I think this is gonna take a little bit of time. For all intents and purposes, hopefully we run into no issues today. Yeah, so we got the radium hanger all set up here. A couple of things we gotta do. Yeah, we gotta put the fuel socks on and everything. But I think what I'm gonna do while I got the old fuel pump out is I wanna get the wires all taken care of and get the fuel line, because the fuel line itself, I think this one right here, doesn't actually work with the new setup, so we have to change it. We'll do that while we got that out, and then we'll just hopefully just plop it in and it'll be good to go. Let's figure a couple things out here real quick. All right, it went in fairly decent. There's no wrong way you can do the level, which is nice. This hose was kind of a pain in the butt to get off of here, because you had to change this one out, but other than that, the install itself wasn't too terribly bad. I don't think there's anything I would note for anybody that's doing that type of stuff. We're not wiring the secondary fuel pump right now. We're gonna do that before we go on the dyno. It really won't take that long. I'll have you order the kit and everything like that. Okay. And yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. So we're gonna put the cover on, put the rear seat on, and then we're gonna move on to this, which I have a feeling this is gonna be a pain in the butt. I'll make sure to film more of that too. So, all right, I'll check back up with you guys in a second. So here's what we got going on. He's got a little half-size radiator in here. I have a half-size too, but my half-size is actually like double the thickness and height that his is. But we just think it doesn't have quite enough cooling capacity. We've got a fan mounted on the front, so we really couldn't fit one back here. He's got this nice top mount manifold he had made. You can kind of see there's not much room. So last year I did a bunch of searching around, and STM actually makes a thin full size. So we're gonna try fitting that in here. Hopefully it works. If not, we'll have to get creative, because either way this car's having heating problems, well, overheating problems. So we gotta get that taken care of one way or the other, and we'll figure it out. So first thing we're gonna do is drain the coolant and kind of get going on all that stuff. Yeah, so we got the old radiator out, but I wanna see how, for lack of a better word, screwed we are with this new setup. So I'm gonna set you guys on the tripod here, and we're gonna see how it fits. I have a feeling we're gonna have to get the radiator in, pull the front bumper off, and then put the fan on from this side. But let's just see what we got going on. See if the radiator fits decent, because that's step one. Oh, dude, yes. All the radiator? Pretty much. This one down here, yeah, they are. It's just the down pipe is hitting the radiator, and I can't get it into the slot. So it's either we leave it like this and have it touching a little bit, or we try and modify the lower radiator support so that the peg goes down in it. Except for now, we got that problem. Your dump tube, which isn't that big a deal. We'll probably take it off right now just so we can get this hose on. This could get remade. Yeah, we might be able to shoot it over here. Yeah, so I forgot to film, but the fan actually fits in here on the right side with the slim radiator. I like running it that way more because it's not an actual block from the incoming air, it's pulling it straight through. So we just gotta connect everything and I guess fill it up and we should be good. I don't foresee there being any other problems at this point. That's all the main stuff that we were worried about, I guess. So obviously we're gonna have to change the polarity of our connectors here, but that's fine. I got a DT connector, so we'll actually make that correct this time. All right, so the last thing we really gotta do here is we gotta put the new upper coolant elbow on. They've removed the radiator cap from here and actually moved it over to there, so that's why we gotta change that. And then put a hose on. That one, oh, it might be a little, I think because his was over here more, but we'll see. And then eventually what we gotta do is we gotta make like a little intake for here, but that's on the list of things to do. So let's get you guys set up. He's putting his bumper back on because we actually didn't need to take it off. Yeah, so here's the new elbow. We might have to make a trip to the parts store. Upper radiator hose. Yeah. Well, it's way better though because we actually have room where we could come down. Whereas before it was like, you know, ideally what we do is we get one that maybe comes up, or you know what I mean? Or even if it comes out here, you know.
That way we have a little more play.
Mm-hmm. Yes, if you look, this is our old setup. I don't think that's gonna work. We'll take this with us so we know the diameter. Anyway, we're gonna run to the parts store real quick. Camera's not gonna be able to see that. No. LED flicker. Yeah, just go up that way. We'll update you guys here in a little bit since you're not really gonna be able to see anything anyway. Oh, it stopped. I don't know if you'll really be able to see. We're sitting here idling at 190. Going down the road, it really didn't seem like it had helped too much, but maybe we just had, we're thinking maybe we had an air bubble, because he would say that at idle it would get hot. So I mean, we're idling at 190 right now without the heater core on. So we're just gonna let this sit here and run for a few minutes and see what we can figure out. And hopefully, worst case, I think we're gonna have to add another radiator fan on the front of the passenger side here, just to get a little bit more airflow going through. Because when it does start overheating, if you crank the heater core, it's basically like adding a second fan or a second radiator. It's pulling heat out of the system. So that probably would work. I don't know if it'd be a full remedy or not, but I think we're on the right track. Cause yeah, it's 191 right now, which is okay. Mine idles at 185, 190. That's about operating. I think 188 is technically like operating temperature, but yeah, we're gonna sit here and see what we can figure out. Yeah, so we just took it for another drive. It does seem like it was just an air pocket. I think we were cruising at 191. I saw as low as 185. Obviously, we did a poll, 1 through 3, I think, not like full red line. Obviously, you're gonna put some heat in the engine. It got up to like 198, but as soon as we got off of it, it started coming back down right away, so that's good. Mike, are you happy?
I am very happy.
No more overheating.
No more overheating.
Hopefully.
Yes.
We'll probably have to readdress it in the middle of summer to see what happens, but like we idled it for 10 minutes at 190, and that's good enough for me, I think. When do you want to get back on the dyno?
Almost as soon as possible would be nice to be fully finished out and ready to go. So yeah, talk to your guy.
Well, yeah, we got to finish putting the dyno together and stuff, but
what have you been doing?
It's actually really close.
All right.
So that's actually where I'm gonna leave this episode. So if you guys are looking forward to seeing this car get finalized and E85 tuned, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next time.